All right, we are looking at modeling problem situations. Basically, this is going to be story problems. We're going to talk about different methods. Okay, so not sure if you can read that. I'll read it for you. It says chapter 5 is all about solving equations. This is your typical algebra. Okay, so in other words, if you were to ask your parents about algebra, this is the stuff they're going to remember. Okay, you'll be solving different types of equations for an unknown represented with a variable. There will be a story problems, tables, graphs, equations, formulas, and inequalities. And we'll be utilizing the order of operations as well. So where does that put us today? All right, so as I mentioned, what we're going to do is we're going to do some story problems, and we're just going to talk about different methods for solving them. Okay, so we're going to focus on using a table and an equation and a graph to determine the solution to our story problems. All right, so that did not copy. Well, let's see, let's make that. Okay, there, that's a little easier to see. Okay, it says your job pays $8.75 an hour. When will you have earned a gross pay of $45? So before they take out the taxes, we want to know when you're going to make $45. All right, method one is to make a table. All right, so we've got hours. So if I work no hours, I get no money. If I work 1 hour, $8.75. 2 hours, $17.50. So I just keep adding $8.75 until I get up to $45. All right, so right after here, so after I work between 5 and 6 hours, so we'd have to work 6 hours to be able to make that $45. All right, another method is to draw a graph. So I put my number of hours across the bottom, I put my gross pay up the side, and then I plotted each of them. So basically I used these ordered pairs. I went over 0, up 0, over 1, up $8.75, over 2, up $17.50. Okay, and then I just drew this line right here because that was our goal. We were trying to see when would we have $45. So again, we'd have to work that 6 hours to get above that line. And our third way is to write an equation. So again, like we did in last chapter, you're going to identify your dependent variable. In this case, that's your gross pay. I called that G. We have the control variable, which would be the number of hours you work, and I called that H. And then I wrote my equation, so it'd be G equals 8.75H. Okay, next one. You have $26 in your lunch account. If lunch costs $2.50, how long will it be until you get a low balance notification or when your balance is below $10? Okay, so again, we're going to make a table. So we got to think, what are our two things? All right, it's going to be the number of lunches you've eaten so far and the money in your account. So if I eat no more lunches, I still have that $26 in there. If I eat one lunch, it'll be $23.50. If I eat 2 lunches, it'll be $21. And I'm going to keep going until I get below $10. So I'd have to go all the way down to 7 lunches is when I would be below $10. Okay, that is a graph. So you'd have your number of lunches eaten across the bottom. We've got our money in the account up the side. And again, I plotted my points. And again, I drew that line at 10 so that you could see when do we get below that line. And again, that would be obviously at our 7 lunches. All right, and as an equation, so we're going to identify the dependent variable would be the money left in your account. I called that M. The control variable would be the number of lunches eaten. That was N. So the money you have left in your account would be $26, which is what we have now, minus the $2.50 per lunches that you have. Okay, graphs, tables, functions, equations, or inequalities are called mathematical models. So I have 2 vocab words here for you. Using mathematical models is called modeling. All right, here's some other ones. We have describe a situation that could be modeled by the equation 48 equals 3x. Okay, I'm not asking for what is the solution to this. I want you to think of a story problem where if we read your story problem, we would get this equation. Okay, so one possibility could be M&Ms. You have, Travis, I put it right there. Okay, one would be you'd have 48 M&Ms and you're going to split it up between 3 people. How many would each person get? Another one could be math books. We have 3 classrooms. We have 48 math books. So how many would each classroom get? Another one. We have 25 equals x plus 15. You could just think of money. I have 25 cents total, or I need 25 cents, I have 15 cents, how much do I need? Could be that simple. Or you could do puppies. We had 25 puppies at the puppy daycare. 15 of them were males, how many were females? Okay, here's another one. Okay, I see a test. You have an 80-point test. We have 40 points that were multiple choice. You have 2 essay questions. How much is each essay question worth? Or you have an $80, you went to the store and it cost $80. You had $40 for the pair of pants. You bought 2 shirts. How much is each shirt? So again, you're not answering the question, you're writing a story problem to accompany the equation.